Luke, congratulations. What a week it's been. Just sum up where this night ranks in your career.
Well, it's definitely up in the second best night of my life, to be honest. Obviously, always the Worlds will be the number one. That will never, that would never take place. But the way I felt when I won it, it felt really, really close to me. I didn't expect it to mean so much to me, but the way I played this week, I thought, I think I deserve this. And you don't always get what you deserve in sport. Sometimes it doesn't go your way, but 500 averages on the trot. No one can say that I didn't deserve to win this, to be honest, and I had to work incredibly hard and beat some great players to do it.
Game of two halves, you could have been 9-1 up, arguably, but in the second half of the game, Michael has put you under all kinds of pressure. How have you come through that moment when he's thrown everything at you?
Yeah, I thought a fair, I could have been about 13-7 up in a way. I think there was a couple of missed opportunities, but when you're in big finals, sometimes you miss them opportunities and you're trying too hard. I don't know, but my doubling was, very good at times. I can't be too critical, but the way Michael come back, I was not unexpected, but I felt like I've watched a few of his games this week, and I felt like when he was putting the pressure, he was very vulnerable. Tonight he wasn't. I think every time he hit a one, I'm thinking, please. You're thinking, come on, and he's hitting triple 9. His triple 9, his cover shots tonight were absolutely fantastic, and that's what kept him in the game. To be honest, maybe if they weren't as good, I would have won a lot clearer. But putting a fantastic performance. Just unfortunate at the end there, a few boos and whistles that kind of you don't really want to at the end. But I tried to stop it, tell them to stop, but there's nothing you can do about that. To be honest, they're going to have their own opinion. But for me, I'm not used to having the crowd on my side, so as a whole, before that happened, it was nice to have the crowd wanting me to win.
Not many people dominate Michael Van Gerwen, but you're now 8 in a row against him in some big games as well. How have you found the way to just deal with him the way you are?
I think I just play my own game and don't play the player. If you play the player, the name, you may try too hard to beat him. So for me, I think the winning record I've got, I just play my own game against him. I love playing against him. He's a fantastic, talent and player. And when we had that period between 2012-13 to 2019, he was just unbelievable to us. No one could beat him. I don't think he'll ever find that form again. I don't think that's there anymore. But he's still a player to beat. He's still going to win many major titles in the future. But for me, just to win this and never have to worry about having to do it again, because obviously I want to win it again. I want to win it many times. But to know that's on my CV for the rest of my life, it's a dream come true.
Luke, huge congratulations.
Thank you, Phil.
Luke, there were a lot of points in that game where you had a 2 or 3 leg buffer, and every time Michael broke, you broke him back and kept that buffer. How important was it to sort of keep him at arm's length throughout that period?
Yeah, I think that was, when I couldn't take that big lead against him, that was what I was going to the break every time. I was thinking, just keep him at arm's length. Don't let him get in front of you. Maybe if he gets in front of you, he might find that confidence and that belief that he can beat you. So I thought, just keep him away. Don't let him get close to you. But I think he did in the end, 16-15, am I right? Yeah, so he did get close. But his cover shot tonight was absolutely unbelievable to us. I don't know the stats, but every time he hit a 1, it seemed to be triple 19, and then that's what kept him in the game. His scoring was great, but he said before that he said his scoring was better than mine this tournament. I think that was wrong. I think my scoring was better this tournament than him, and I knew I could rely on that. I knew my scoring would beat him. And I think it did too much. My scoring was fantastic. My doubling was crucial in moments, and I think that's why I was the winner in the end.
It's been an incredible 12 months for yourself. How do you now reassess the goals for yourself?
It's hard because obviously for me, I was 4 legs away from creating a triple crown in the same year. That Premier League was inspired. Looked at the performance that stopped me from a triple crown in the same year, and I can't even begin to think of words of what I would have felt like if I'd have done that. But there's still goals, isn't there? Premier League I haven't won. That's the only Sky Sports tournament I've not won yet. Still haven't won the European Championships, World Series finals. I still haven't won a World Series, so there's still goals for me to set. I don't want to leave this sport as a one-time world champion. I want to leave it as a 2, 3, 4, 5, whatever it may be. I want to win more. So yeah, I'm still incredibly driven, and moments and nights like this will only but drive you even more. Thank you.
Luke, congratulations.
Thank you.
Tonight, your name, it was already amongst, because you've won the World Championship, it was almost amongst the greats, but tonight you've matched Phil's record of an average, 100 plus average all the way through. Other seldom players have come through and won this trophy in the same year. is the next challenge for you going to be the hunger and the continual domination? We rarely get an Englishman apart from Phil in this sport, but in other sports who do that. Is that something that's somewhere inside you in your heart? You want to be that person?
Yeah, I mean, first of all, for me, I sit back now and I think, I don't think Phil gets the real credit he deserves, Phil Taylor. You know, I think I've played a fantastic tournament. What's my tournament average? Probably 102. He's done 104 plus 5 times. I think he doesn't get that credit he deserves. You know, I know he's obviously the 16-time world champion, but you know, the things he achieved, there will just be no one ever as good as him. I don't think I'll ever see it in my lifetime. Someone that will ever match the things he's achieved. I could never imagine winning this total 5 times, let alone 16. And he played in an era of some great players, so that just tells you a lot about, you know, how people just don't give him the credit he deserves. And you know, for me, like you say, I'll keep being driven by winning trophies. You know, keep seeing my family's face elated and the enjoyment I get from them, and seeing my son ain't got a clue what's going on, but he's there pointing, going, yeah. He's, you know, he's seeing loads of lights and he's enjoying it, and he don't really know what's going on with his dad, but you know, it's lovely to have him here and all my family. You know, all that they've travelled all the way from Newbury, and you know, 4.5 hours, and my friend Rob, he travelled from Ireland to come watch me as well. So many people that, you know, you don't want to let down, to be honest. Sometimes there's a little bit of extra pressure on your shoulders when you get all your family and friends come, but you know, for nights like these, it's worth them being here because they get the elation of you winning as well. Thank you.
I'm sure you probably wouldn't want to answer this, but how can people stop Luke Humphries? Because you've got such a stranglehold of these big TV tournaments. I know you talked about the friends that you just missed out, but it just seems like the level that you're playing at, people aren't even coming close to you at the moment. I
think probably you stopped coming, because every time when you first started coming, I've won everything. So maybe you're the omen I need to be here. But we had that chat before, didn't we? Yeah. No, I think I am beatable. Anybody can beat me. To be honest, I don't think I'm this sort of player that no one can beat, no one can touch. You know, Michael come incredibly close there, and James Wade come, you know, close. I know the scoreline didn't reflect it, but he come close. Bunting come close. You know, I just have that resolve in me. I think, you know, I said it many times this week, that I just want to be the man that's hard to beat. You know, if you beat me, you have to play incredibly well, and you know, if you do, then you'll beat me. But I don't see myself as that player that's unbeatable, to be honest. I think there's many people that can beat me, but hopefully for a long time no one can, because I'll be able to pick up many majors. But of course, there's going to be times where it ain't going to go my way. But I can sit here now and say, you know, 8 major finals out of 10. Won 6 of them. You know, it's just insane to us. It's something that I never would have ever dreamed of doing in the last 12. Well, when I walked out of here 12 months ago.
We were seeing people before in darts and in other sports. They find it hard to keep that elite level and do all the things off the off that you need to do to be the very best and manage life as well with your family and others. How do you find that balance in life to have your family life but also be extremely dedicated to be as successful as you have been?
Yeah, I don't think there's a right or wrong answer. You know, I try to just have that balance, what I think's right. You know, I commit to a lot, I practice a lot, I dedicate myself a lot. You know, and many world champions over the years have not done as many exhibitions as I've done this year or will do this year, but when you're world champion, you want to go on and show your trophy off, you want to enjoy yourself, and all the exhibitions I do, it's amazing. You know, all the people they're so excited to see. You know, the love I felt this year since, you know, that first Premier League game that I played in Wales, where I felt really down. I thought no one really liked me, and it kind of hurts you, because you feel like not that you want to be liked, but I just don't see what I'd done wrong, to be honest. And now I feel there's a bit more love towards me, and it just fills my heart with joy, to be honest. It feels great. It feels better than winning major titles. You know, I just want the fans to enjoy the talent that I've got, and I'm trying to do, and I just want to give the fans great darts. You know, like I said to you yesterday, I think it's a great thing that I'm here now and doing things like this, because there's going to be players that are thinking, right, well, I want to do this, and you know, it was just Phil Taylor and then Michael and then Gezi, and now it's me, and people will just be driven on by my success, the players, and they'll want to topple me over, and it just sets a good precedent for the future for players. You know, we could have a very exciting sport in the next 2 or 3 years, and you know, there's going to be many major winners over the next couple of years, I can assure you. And hopefully, you know, I've set that example to let the players believe that they can win big titles.
You talked a bit about James Wade this week and how underestimated he is. He's 3rd of the all-time majors, with 10, and he was in 6 in 9 months. I mean, do you get perspective from that? Does it seem that you are closing in already on being 3rd on that list in just 9 months?
Can I do it this year? I'd love to. Yeah, no, it's obviously something that I'd love to. You know, I just I just can't see anybody toppling Phil. Of course, that's an obvious one. Michael, probably not. Maybe Luke Littler could because he's still young and that's a chance. For me, I'm 30. I'm 13 years older than him. It's probably not going to happen. But to put myself third for a good few years, it's a massive opportunity. I'd love to, win as many major titles as I can. If I left the sport tomorrow, I'd be incredibly happy with what I've achieved. But I'm not finished yet. I've got many years available, and hopefully 20, and I'll try and win as much as I can. Put myself, because I want to create a legacy. I want to, win as many major titles as I physically can, and put my name up there with some of the greats. And just doing them little stats that people keep telling me about how Phil's done this and you've matched him and done the same as what Phil's done. It's still a dream. So yeah, I'm just going to keep pushing myself, working hard, keep dreaming high. And maybe the world's my oyster if I keep working hard.
Huge well done.
Thank you very much.
Many congratulations.
Thank you.
You said earlier in the week that you still had a lot more to win, and now you've added the second biggest tournament in the PDC to that honours list. Would you say this is the second best moment in your career?
Definitely, it really is. It's the second the biggest moment in my career. The way I felt after winning that, the feeling I felt inside was very, very, very close to the World Championships. Obviously the Worlds will always be first because every time I get announced, I'll always be classed as a former or reigning World Champion. This will obviously come second, so that is just something that never leaves your side. But to put this next to it, like say the second biggest, just gutted Luke played so well in that Premier League final, to be honest, because I was four legs away from creating incredible history. But I'll go back next year and hope I get selected next year and play in it and try again. But this is the second, like you say, and it's jubilation for me and my family. It's that's why it's called the Phil Taylor Trophy. You've just seen so many experiences of him winning it in such great style. To put my name on it, and especially after my good mate Nathan as well, it's a really good blessing for myself.
And you mentioned the family, you said about the positive record of having your father there, watching you in the finals, and you've kept that positive run going.
I have, and I think he's been to. I think he missed one of my major final losses. I think it was the Premier League. Yeah, I don't know if he was there at the UK, so he's only missed one out of the 6 I've won. So, he's a good omen having him there. But of course, these are moments and nights that he'll always remember. So, I love my dad to bits. He's the reason that I am who I am, and the way I can play this well. And I'll never ever take him for granted. He's the best man in my life, to be honest, and I love him to bits. And that's why I always dedicate these trophies to him, because I can see in his face how much they mean. They mean more to him than me. That's why I dedicate them to him.
Well played and well done.
Thank you very much.
Luke, congratulations.
Thank you.
How do the emotions tonight compare to some of the other victories? Are you getting used to this winning feeling?
I don't think you can ever. I could sit here in 20 years' time, my 40th major victory. I don't think it gets any. Get used to it. It's a feeling that I don't think can be beaten. When you're a dart player, this is what you dream of, winning these titles. And I think if I was to win this for the 4th, 5th time, I still think it would feel the same as it does right now. It's just jubilation. It's great feelings. It's moments that you just, as you see on the stage, you feel that great sense of I've achieved again, and it's just words can't describe how it feels.
How much have you enjoyed your week in Blackpool? I think you said after the first round how much you liked it, so to be on the end of the win in the final, it's been extra special.
Yeah, I've really enjoyed my week here. It's been great. I really love it, and it's a great tournament. The Winter Gardens is a special venue. I can't tell you any dart player that don't enjoy playing the Winter Gardens. If you do, you probably shouldn't be here, because it's just such an amazing venue. That everything's always great. The staff are great. Just everything about it, and to finally win in this great venue, it really means the world to me.
How tense was it on stage at that time? Of course, you both had opportunities to take a bit of control. You had opportunities to go ahead. Michael had opportunities to get back. So how tense was it? It
was very tense in the end. It was very nip and tuck. I think there was a lot riding on that leg. If Michael would have won that and it had gone 17-16, I think he would have had the throw. So, you just don't know how the game pans out, really. I don't know how he missed it at double, but he gave him that opportunity at the 100, and he probably would have thought that maybe you don't take it. But as soon as I hit that 20, I thought, this tops is going high, or it's not going low. I'm going for it hard. As soon as that first one goes in, I'm thinking just throw at the dart and hopefully a lovely deflection. That's all you can do when you go with a double top. If you go double top, hoping for a lovely deflection, it was just beautiful, to be honest. I couldn't have thrown it any better, and that was where you got that massive relief off me from the celebration.
Congratulations, well done.
Thank you very much.